Hey there, it's Nat from Design Pro Tools, and by the tone of my voice, this must be a tutorial. Today we're going to be removing shadows from a white background and making them transparent layers. We're also going to give you an action that'll do it all for you, so let's check it out. We've all gotten images like this where the product is there and we cut it out and we're like, how do we get these great shadows onto our transparent images? We know we can duplicate it and set the blending mode to multiply, but often we need the actual shadow by itself. It means we can add more effects, coloring, and it's more versatile, especially if you're exporting it for the web or something. Here's what I'm talking about. Here's an image of a shoe with a shadow and it's all on white. The same with this picture of fruit. You might even get it from stock image companies and they clearly have been removed by someone, but then they didn't retain the transparency because they're dicks. So what I'm going to do is grab this object and get the shadow from the white onto a transparent background. And then I'm going to give you an action that will do all this for you. I'm just going to show you how it works first. So if I go to the marquee and get the elliptical marquee, I'll just hold Shift as I draw a quick outline and just try and match this sphere. I'm going to select Transform Selection. That way when I zoom in, I'm going to grab this box and get it on the edge of the object. And then when I go to the other side, I'll do the exact same thing. It'll be the easiest way just to make sure this one actually gets the object properly. Cool, press enter, and then what you can do from this point is you can hold Command or Control and hit J. That'll duplicate the part of the image that you had selected. So now what I have, if I turn off the background layer, is just the object cut out. Now usually when we're at this stage, you might try and create the shadow yourself. Start off with a black area, right click and hit Fill with black. We'll just try and match it up, maybe add a bit of a motion blur. You may have tried to do something like that, and that's because you were being dumb, weren't you? Well, that's why this tutorial is here. So what I'm going to show you is, if you press Command or Control A, what it will do is select the entire layer. Then I'll hit Command C to copy it. Now that I have a copy of the whole image, all I do is switch over to Channels. I'll hit the New Channel button and hit Command V. So now I've pasted that into the new channel slot. Now if I turn back on the RGB channels and turn off the Alpha 1 that we just created, what I can do is hold Control and hit the channel we created. That will load that channel we just created as a selection. Back at Layers, if I hit a new layer, I'll just go Select Inverse. Now what I've selected is that shadow and basically anything that is not white. Now right click and hit Fill. I'll make this black, hit OK. Hit Command D to deselect that selection. Turn that off and now I've got a transparent shadow that matches exactly. Now I'll create a layer and pick a color to put behind this ball. And there we are. It's a transparent shadow. I can double click on this background, press enter and just delete the layer now. I'll name that layer Shadow. If I turn off this top layer, you'll see what it's actually done. It gets a black and white version of the image and it usually selects the white. So I've inverted the selection to get all the black parts of the image. Now, as I said, there's an easier way to do this, and that's with this action. If you download the link that I provided, all I'm going to do is go back to what I had originally. What you're going to do is hit Window, Actions. When that pops up, hit the menu button and load actions. Select the one you just downloaded. It'll pop up with a couple. We're going to select the one that says Shadows Removed from White, Fill Black. Make sure to double click on the layer so it's no longer a locked background layer, then just hit play and that'll become the shadow layer. We can add whatever background we want behind the image obviously, and all the hard work is done for us automatically. And if we go to another image, we can do the same thing. I have some food cut out right now, so if I click on this layer and hit play, you get the same shadow. Now I can put a background behind this one, just like that, and you are good to go. The perfect shadow. That's it guys, so make sure to download that action and let me know in the comments any ideas for upcoming tutorials. Like and subscribe for more design tools, tutorials for designers and animators. Bye.